Well, hello, good evening or good morning, wherever you are. It is Wednesday, and that means it's Wine All About It Wednesday. I'm so excited. Let me do a quick check here, please. My Facebook has been not coming up for me, and I want to make sure that I'm here for you. And it's doing it again. So hopefully, everything is working. Let me check right here. Want to check to make sure that my audio is working. Hello. I don't know who just showed up, but somebody just said hello. So hello to you. And whoever you are, tell me your name because I cannot see you. I cannot see you. And I don't have... Oh, well, it's all good. Welcome to Wine About It Wednesday. I know that there are a good number of new people that have joined the group this week since the last time we did Wine About It Wednesday. So I just want to welcome you into the group. Oh, thank you, Rosita. Hello. I want to welcome all of the new members to the group. Thank you very much for coming. And we do this Wine About It Wednesday every week, except for weeks where we have events. And I'm going to talk about that later. Just really quick, my name is Melinda Wieland. I am a professional organizer. I live in Austin, Texas, which, by the way, the weather is absolutely gorgeous here right now. It is beautiful. It was like 68 degrees, I think, today. So great. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Robin. Okay. I'm on. I can't see that I am, but you're telling me. So that's good. And my company is called Order to Everything. I have the organizing lounge. I created the organizing lounge for you just as a no judgment zone place where people can hang out, learn about organizing, talk about organizing, all things organizing. And then I started doing Wine About It Wednesday because I love wine. I just happen to love me a little glass of wine. And I love hanging out with friends and talking about organizing. Well, that's what I do. So why not? My two favorite things. And I put them together. So that's why we're here. And I have a new topic every week and I take suggestions. So if you have suggestions, bring them on. If you have questions while we're on here, feel free to ask and I will answer if I can, if I'm able to. And let's get to it. So tonight, we are talking about a topic that is inspired by my true experience that I'm having today. And I know that I'm not the only one. And I know that I have done a lot of learning and researching and working on what's happening. And so that's why I want to talk about it, because I know that I can give you some information that may be able to help. And the topic is what to do when everything seems like it's a priority. Does anybody feel like that ever? Do you ever feel like you just have this overwhelming feeling of, oh my gosh, it all just feels like it's a priority. I don't know where to start. I know that I need to make a list and start with something, but what do I do? Now, this can be different for everyone. It can be with organizing. What do you do first? Your whole home is chaotic. You can't stand it. You don't want it to be like that. And you just want to do all of it. What's the priority? It all feels like it's supposed to be the same. It can happen with just day-to-day life, doing all of the things, taking care of your kids, taking care of your house, taking care of your job, taking care of things that you want to do, things that you have to do and don't want to do. I know that everybody can relate to this to some level. And that's why I thought it would be really great. Today, I had this and I'm still going through it. I have had this rush of just complete overwhelm for a few reasons, but the point is, I want to talk to you about it and give you some tools that you can use. Hello, if you would put your name with your comments, I would so appreciate it, because my ability to see who is here is not working. So hello, whoever just came in and said I made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And all right, hi Karen. Okay, so what can you do when everything feels like it's a priority? Hi Mary. Okay, there's a few things. I'm going to give you 2 R's and 2 M's for the main things, and I'm going to throw in some others. So the first thing is to reset. And it's hard. Having this overwhelming feeling is all mental. It's all a mind, a place where you are in your mind. You have the power to change how you feel. You have the power to change what you are thinking. Even though we think and feel like we can't, we can if we can use tools to get us into a place where we can. So doing a reset can help you get out of this overwhelm. How do you reset? Well, there's lots of different things that you can do to reset, but the first thing would be to find things that calm you. What can calm you down? What can you take you away from feeling that burst of you just want to cry, or you just want to go to bed because you want it to be all over with, or you want it to be all done, or you just want to, do it already, but you just can't seem to make it. What can calm you? There's all different kinds of things. There's, having a glass of tea, taking a deep breath and letting it out, thinking about what would make you calm, and then trying to get yourself to do it. It grabs your mind and pulls it back. It pulls it out of that overwhelm, and then you can reset. You can take a bath. You can have a cup of tea. You can have a glass of wine. Depending on what time of day it is and what you have to do. You can listen to music, whether it's calming or whether it's just music that might make you happy. Listening to music can change your mood. Today, and I've said this before, I use it for a few different things. I use it for motivation. I use it for focus. And today I used it for stress relief, and it's called binaural beats. Binaural beats, you can listen to it if you go to Spotify or Pandora. You can look up binaural beats. You can also look it up, I believe, on YouTube and anywhere online, but to listen to it. And it's actually sound waves that are set at different frequencies so that they change the energy in your body and in your mind. And it really, really works. Might sound a little weird. I swear that it works. It works for me. So it's worth a try. It's called binaural beats. You could meditate. Go sit and take yourself away from wherever you're at. If you've got your kids and you've got all this stuff, see if you can take yourself away from that, even just for a few minutes. If you've got kids and doing all that kind of thing, maybe you need to go in your closet. Sit in the corner, sit in the dark corner just for a minute. If you can get your kids to be doing something, you just take yourself away from it. Doing breathing, like I said at the beginning, taking a deep breath and letting it out. All of these things can be used for so many different situations. But for today, with what do you do when it all seems like a priority, doing a reset can be one of the things that can help you. Another thing that can help you reset is another thing that I say all the time: accountability or somebody to speak to. I personally tell you all the time about my accountability buddies that I have. I love them. I use them and they use me, and they were my vent. And I'm, this is what I'm doing and this is what I can't do. And oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And, they support me. And even if they can't help or they don't know what to say, they still support me. And it's just a way to vent. So if your partner, your husband, your wife, whoever that you're with, if you can't, vent to them because of XYZ, and you can't vent to your kids, we can't go and just be with everybody right now. Try to, find a friend or somebody that you can vent to. That could be another way of helping you reset. And you could do all of these things and it could help. All right. So coming out of just the mind body part, because that plays a huge thing, our mindset, getting our mindset reset, coming out of that, there's a few other things that you can do. Hi, Elsa. Yes. Breath, music, baths, and wine. Yes. Maybe we should all do that after we get off of here. Yes. All right. So the next thing is reverse engineering. So if you can get yourself to do a reset and just, say, okay, I've got to do something. When you're in the right mind space, that's when these other things that I'm going to tell you can happen. Because if you are just the crazy, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where to start. If you're still in that, these other things you may or may not be able to start doing unless you are able to vent, calm down, do one of those things that we just talked about. All right. So reverse engineering is basically, it's just starting at the end and going backwards. So where is an end point that you can pick if you're under a lot of deadlines? What is something that you can pick that is, one of the furthest things out? And then you reverse engineer it and you say, okay, by the end of the day, I have to do, or it could be by the end of the week or by the end of the month, whatever it is, I have to do all of these things. Okay, what's the big thing it's leading up to, or what are the big things? Well, it's all of these big things, but this thing is back here. Reverse engineer. What do you have to get done in order to do that? You can list everything out. What do you have to get done in order to do the thing in front of that, the thing in front of that, the thing in front of that? And that'll bring you to the now, and you can start with that one little thing. So reverse engineering is making a list, but it's starting at the end and working your way back. And this also can help your mind do a little bit of a switch. So instead of saying, what do I need to do now? What do I need to do now? The reverse engineering helps put a little bit of a timeline to it and can, gear you into the right direction. Gear you, whatever you want to say. All right. So starting at the end, working your way back. So we've got resetting and we've got reverse engineering. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to talk about, there's two, and they are things that my accountability buddies and I have created. I don't take credit for, inventing this term or anything, but there are two things that we use all the time. So the first one, and this is what one of my friends asked me if I could do today, it's called the mandatory minimum. You may or may not have heard this before, and this does not mean the mandatory minimum sentencing when somebody goes to jail. That's not what I'm talking about. The mandatory minimum I'm talking about is if you take all of these things that are swimming around in your mind and you can just grab one that has to be done now. What has to be done no matter what? That's the mandatory minimum. Because if you, if you've got all of these things that have to be done at the end of the week, what is the absolute one thing that no matter what, it has to get done by the end of the day today? Is it, you have to get gas in your car because you have to pick up your child? That could be the one thing. It could be that, or it could be you have to write a blog post by the end of tomorrow because you have to submit it to somebody that's waiting for it. There's all different situations that you can put that in, whether it's if you're working or if you're, if you're dealing with kids or family or your home life, whatever it is that you're doing. But doing whatever is the most mandatory thing and the most minimal thing that just has to get done. And doing that thing can help you move to the next. Is it you have to make this phone call today, no matter what, no matter all of the things, you are doing the mandatory thing that has to get done next. So remember, it's not the sentencing when you go to jail, not that mandatory minimum, the mandatory minimum thing that must get done. Yes, thank you. That has to be done no matter what. All right, the second one is another M, and it's called a memory map. And this is something that I came up with, my friend and I came up with when we were talking about trying to remember all of the things that we need to do. And you can do this in a lot of different ways. And if you search this online, it is not, again, how the other one's not sentencing for jail. This memory map that I'm speaking of is not a computer system. It's not the mapping of all of the memory inside of a computer. What I mean by memory map when I say it is basically mapping out what you are doing and have it being visual. Okay. So it's something that it can remind you. And that's why I call it a memory map. So it's a map that shows you everything that you have to do, and it's visual. So I started creating one for myself, and you can do this. I'm doing it on Trello. I started here and now I'm doing it on Trello because I like the Trello digital world for my lists, but this is what I started with. And I don't know if you can really see all of it or not, but this is a big magnetic board that I have. And I just took a piece of paper for each group of a thing that I have to do. So I have a coaching program that I'm in. I have my launch that I'm working on. We're having Ready, Set, Organize next week. I have my program that I run with all of my wonderful online students. So I have things to do for that. I have this fabulous Facebook group that I run with all of y'all in it. And there's things that I have to do for that. I have clients that I work on with hands-on. I volunteer for NAPO, and I have a conference this week. So there's all of these things. You don't need to hear all the things that I have to do, but this is kind of what a memory map can look like. And my friend, she made one on her wall, and I haven't even seen it because she's going to show me whenever she's done, but she's done a more elaborate kind of fun, more crafty way of doing it. So depending on how you like to see things, you can create something like this. So I just took a piece of paper, and then as I was remembering things, I was writing it down on Post-its, and I just started putting them on there. And then when I did my Trello board, it's the exact same thing, but my each list on my board is one of those groups, and then all of the things that I have to do is underneath it. And I wasn't able to do that until I got my mind out of that spot where, I had to do the reset first. And to be completely honest, I'm still not out of it yet. I'm still feeling that way, but that's okay. Just because you're, an organized person, or just because you know about productivity, or just because of whoever it is you are, doesn't mean that things don't happen. A wonderful organizing friend of mine just posted in our group yesterday, and she mentioned how she loves the Wine About It Wednesdays, and she actually redid her closet because she was inspired by something that I said. She is an organizer. She is a more seasoned organizer than I am. And she mentioned how even organizers need to have a reminder or some help or a push. And so it doesn't matter who you are. Things like this can happen. It doesn't matter how organized you are. And so it's happening to me. It's happening to me right now with all these things that are going on. And that's okay, because I have tools that I'm working on using, and that's why I wanted to share them with you. Okay, so let's see. There's a few other things You could just make a list. You can do a brain dump. That's another way of just getting it all out and sitting with it, and then going into that brain dump and marking things down into a priority. Like one, say you have a whole page of 50 things, and you can just go through and you can mark, oh, that one's a 1, that one's a 2, that one's a 3. So that can help create your priority list if you just dump it all out. You can write a structured list of, okay, these are the things that I know I have to do today. Boom, 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 boom. I know I have to do these things tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. And, that one might be a little bit harder depending on what space you're in and how much stuff you have to do. But it can be something. So just creating a specific, more structured list, or doing a full brain dump and then reviewing. Okay. So I just want to reiterate. I want to go over again all of the things that I talked about, because I know that there's a handful of people that jumped on before or after I started. And if you have any questions or any comments, please put them and we can talk about them as well. So the first thing is to do a reset. You need to get your mind in a place that will allow you to do all these other things that I'm talking about. You need to pull yourself down from the ledge. You need to pull yourself away from the bed, pull yourself out of, the crying zone somehow. And I talked about being able to vent to someone, just blah, 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 like get it all out. Just, get it all out to somebody and be able to vent. Do something that will calm you. Deep breathing, taking a bath, having a glass of wine or a cup of tea or coffee if it's in the morning. Maybe going to a place and getting something can calm you. Driving to Starbucks and getting something, whatever it is that you like, or going to buy a donut. Listening to music, something that can make you happy, something that can be relaxing. Music can get you out of certain types of feelings. Binaural beats, I love it. I use them all the time. Look it up, binaural beats. You can use it for stress relief, anxiety, sleeping, focus, all kinds of stuff. Meditation. Take yourself out of the situation if you can. Go crawl in your closet for a second, go in your bedroom, close the door, close your office door, walk outside, take a quick, minute walk down the driveway, and doing deep breathing. So just try to figure out something that can relax you. And then we talked about reverse engineering. So starting at the end and working your way back with a list so that you can figure out what you really do need to start with. Then we started talking about the mandatory minimum. So if you're just still scattered and you have no idea what to do, mandatory minimum, not jail sentence, but task, the mandatory minimum task. What is it that you have to get done no matter what? Start with that thing. Next, the memory map, which is what I was just showing you back here, laying something out visually. Before I started this particular one that I created, it started out with a line of Post-it notes on my desk. So each Post-it note was a group, and I started listing underneath. Then I moved it over here and I started putting Post-it notes on it. And then it ended up going to Trello. So that was my process of getting all of the things out. So it could be Post-it notes, it could be a poster board, it could be pieces of paper, it can be on Trello as a list. But divide, if you have a lot of different things, categorizing it like you would a space, categorizing the like with likes, the groups of stuff. If you've got work, if you've got kids, if you've got stuff to do for your husband, if you've got stuff to do for the house, if you've got organizing projects, break it down into groups and then put all of the things that you have to do under each one. That's what a memory map is, not the computer system, but for tasks, a memory map for tasks. And then you could do the structured list, and you can do a brain dump and then review it. So there's a whole bunch of different things that you can use as tools to get you out of the everything feels like it is a priority space. Yeah, yes. Yeah, if you go outside to the end of the driveway, take your keys with you so your kids don't lock you out. That is so true. My son locked me out of the car earlier today. He thought it was super funny. He grabbed the keys and went and got in the car before I did. So that definitely happens. I like to group my tasks by lists and prioritize. Yes, for sure. And I have to say that I'm really good with using my planner typically. I'm good with using my calendar, but sometimes it just still goes south because we can't all do all the things. We put so much pressure on ourselves. I need to heed my own advice on this. We put so much pressure on ourselves. We give ourselves so many things that we have to do. And then it comes to a boiling point. And so even if you are a task list maker, this can still happen. So it's good to have all of these tools to use. Yes. Put your dominoes in order, Karen says. All right. Well, so that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. So if you all have things that you want to bring up, we could talk about that. If not, that's all I have for you in terms of the actual whining about it. So tonight is truly a whine for me personally, because it's what I've been going through today. I was thinking about talking on a few other different topics today, but this is what hit home for me. And so I hope that it can help you, because it spans not just with organizing. It's all about our time management, our mind management, right? And all of those things. If we can't take care of this, then we can't take care of this. And so I felt that that's really important. You can definitely whine about dropping your phone in the sink this morning. I'm so sorry. And I don't know who said that because I can't see your name. You can most certainly whine about dropping your phone. Was it in the sink full of water? I hope that it wasn't full of water. And if it was, that's a big bummer. So go ahead and have a glass of wine. Okay. Well, I want to talk to you about the event that is coming up. A lot of you know about it that because you have been in the group, you've gone to the event, you know what it's about, and you still love it, which I am so crazy about. I love that there are people that come back again because it just helps you learn more and more. Even though it's the same topics, it's live each time. So yes, this is recorded, by the way. They get put in the Wine About It Wednesday videos in the guide section of the group. So on the 26th, next Monday, Ready, Set, Organize, the 5-day free live event will begin. So if you're new here and you're on and you are going to join us, it's going to be so great. And if you aren't new here and you've already joined before, I'm so happy that you're coming if you are. And if you are here and you haven't joined yet, then please join. And yes, Karen says she's a repeat offender. There's a lot of repeat offenders on here. And even Rosita, she's part of the Organizing Lab, which is my online program. And she still comes to the events as well. They're really fun. They're fun for me. I love talking to all of you. And that's one of the reasons why I love doing Wine About It Wednesdays, is so that I can interact with y'all. And so, yeah, you missed most of it and really want to watch it. Yeah. So if you're talking about this as a replay, yes, there's always replays of this. And then for the event, for those of you that don't know, the event is there's replays throughout the entire event as well. And it's a 5-day event, but then there's bonus days at the end. So it turns out to be 9 full days of a whole lot of information. And last time I did a Zoom call where people were able to have the opportunity to submit questions. And then we got on Zoom in a group call and I answered everybody's questions and it was so great. So I think I'm going to add another one of those because I know that some people weren't able to join that. And so I want to add more to this event. It's going to be so, so much fun. Another thing that I wanted to tell you is that I believe it was last week, the group hit 1,500 members. So there's 1,500 people in the organizing lounge. And I think that that is so amazing. It's amazing that there are so many of you wonderful people that are in here. And I really do mean wonderful because I love the interaction that we have in the group and I love providing information for you. And so I wanted to do a celebratory giveaway and I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do, but because the Ready, Set, Organize event is going to be happening, I thought that I would throw in a little bit of a, not a contest, but a giveaway where whatever you do, you can earn or you can be eligible for the giveaway. So what it is it is inviting people to the group. So the more people that you invite to the group, the more points you get or the more numbers you get in terms of being eligible for that giveaway. I'm going to be putting details in the group so that you don't have to worry about it right now. I don't want to say, I can't say all of it right now. So I'm going to put details in the group, but it's going to be, if you invite people to the group, you get, if you invite 2 people, you get two points, and whoever invites the most amount of people before the event starts will win a $50 gift card. So it's really cool. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do the homework for the event or anything like that. All you have to do is invite your friends into the group, and then you can be eligible to win the card. So the more people that you invite, the better chance that you have to win. So it is really a competition because you have to do more than the other person if you want the gift card. All right. So 2 things. The wonderful, fabulous celebratory giveaway and the Ready, Set, Organize event that starts next Monday. So the giveaway is invite people. The more people you invite, the more numbers, the more points you get, and so on and so forth before Monday. So it would be by the end of Sunday. And then the first day of the event, I will announce the winner. And then, if you've come to the event, that there are giveaways there as well. There's a midway giveaway, and there is also a giveaway of a scholarship to my online program, which is worth $1,297. And it's amazing. And it's such a great, amazing thing to win. I don't want to toot my horn, but toot, because it's awesome if you get to win that. All right. So Ready, Set, Organize. Who's ready? And the giveaway, I will be putting more information into the group so that you can know. I'm going to give you details so you can know how to track the people that you invite. And that's it. So thank you so much for coming to Wine About It Wednesday this evening. And welcome to all the new people. And thank you all for showing up and being here. I hope that you learned a little something or you got a little nugget of information or inspiration of some sort. And I won't be back here next Wednesday, because the event is happening next Wednesday. So no Wine About It Wednesday next week, because I'm giving a whole lot of other stuff, a whole lot of lives during the daytime, right? So no Wine About It Wednesday next week because of the event, but that's okay. The event's happening. It's going to be at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on Monday is when we start. Thank you so much, Karen, for the happy birthday. I really, really appreciate it. I had a wonderful birthday and everything is great. And if you were, I don't know. I hope, Karen, you're saying that to me. You might have been saying that to somebody else. So if you're saying that to somebody else, I didn't mean to take that from you because it was my birthday. So I thought you were talking to me. All right. So have a wonderful evening or morning wherever you are. And I will see you in the group, and I will really see you on Monday at 12 p.m. Central. All right. All right. I will see you then. Okay. Oh, thank you, Karen. All right. Bye for now. Cheers. Ooh, I got to get it to stop.